Well, hey there, Jimmy. How you doing today?
Swell, mister. I found a new podcast to listen to, and I'm sure as heck excited.
A new podcast, you say?
Sure as shootin'.
Well, hold up there, Jimmy. Listening to a new podcast is great and all. They give you a brand new feeling that you've never felt before, make you feel like you can fly, even make your pickle tickle a little. But before you get too deep into that new show, you'll want to make sure to avoid the traps and vices that come with listening to your favorite shows.
Traps? Vices? Gee, mister, I just want to go home and listen to the Players Guild. I don't see what all the hullabaloo's about.
Hullabaloo? Let me ask you, Jimmy, what are you planning on doing with that there podcast?
Well, I guess I'll just go to my bedroom and listen to it over and over and over again. And then every time it's about to end, I feel a swelling intensity of emotion that washes over me in pleasure and happiness. And then it ends, leaving me in a dark, deep hole of self-loathing until I listen to it again.
What? Jesus Christ, Jimmy, that's messed up. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you're going to listen to a show, then you should commit to it. Get down on one knee and subscribe to the thing. Let it know how much you love it. Leave it a review on iTunes or Podchaser.
Oh, well, mister, that seems like a lot of work. I don't know if I want to do all that.
Well, that's just too fucking bad, Jimmy. You think they didn't put in a lot of work to look good and sound good for you? Don't be a selfish lover. I mean, listener, Jimmy, do the right thing. Subscribe, or at the very least, tell a friend about the show you've been palling around town with.
All right, mister. I'll do that. I'll do the bare minimum to help my blossoming new show.
There you go, Jimmy. And if you want to help shows like the Players Guild, then subscribe, leave a review. And now, back to the action.
Hey, mister.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, Jimmy, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm Tyler Clausen. I'll be the DM for this campaign, which I've called Small Town Heroes.
Gage Runkle as Zestibus Ironhide, Artificer, and an oddly tall dwarf.
Hi, I'm Britt Winchester. I play Indrik, the uncommonly fabulous human bard.
I am JT Owens, and I am playing Krontold Norbang, the goblin monk.
Hi, my name's Alexa, and I play Westra Brightwood, the half-elven druid.
Lucky Unicorn, we're basically magic Applebee's. Yeah. You ate some food, chilled out, and then you went over to next door to the actual bar, which is the Penny Lich, and you met a very odd couple in a dwarf and a wizard who they run sort of a terrifyingly dangerous amusement park underneath the bar to prove an adventurer's worth. You guys decided to take that on. You went underneath and immediately started getting pushed through the first part of this dungeon with no hope of surviving it at all. You're all gonna die. And at that last second is when Westra remembered she's a druid and has healing spells and could have been doing some helpful stuff that entire time.
I was panicked, okay?
Didn't I do a healing?
And with
spell?
that, we get back into where we're at. You are all standing in a room. The wall had come down behind you as you entered this dungeon, and spikes came out and it pushed you guys along, unless you guys were able to run fast enough to keep ahead of it. But eventually it caught up and it stopped right as you entered a room. In this is a hub-like chamber. It's mostly occupied by a shallow pit, and narrow walkways run along the walls. It's about 5 feet of walkway around the entire pit along the wall of this room. It's about 30 feet by 30 feet. So it's a fairly large room. At both the left and the right side of the pit are 2 open archway doors. Across the pit are 3 doors. 2 of them are wooden doors, and they flank an iron-plated door. So there's one door in the middle that's made of iron. 2 of them are made of wood, and they're on either side of that. And the only other noticeable feature is a pile of moldy furs and feathers. And where we left off last time is this pile of furs and feathers began to move, and you heard the chuckling noises of robotic voice, animatronic voice coming out from it as it started to stand up, and a massive looking bugbear, animatronic bugbear, is now staring you all down, going,
Welcome to the Lucky Unicorn, everyone! Welcome!
and it's terrifying, and let's roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
You know how I feel about animatronics.
I don't know how you feel about animatronics. How do you feel about animatronics, Britt?
We did a whole episode about animatronics.
On Contrivance?
Well, I mean, it wasn't a whole episode, but we did like a Halloween episode, and one of like the horrifying things we talked about was animatronics.
I feel like I remember this.
I rolled a nat 20.
Hey.
Nice.
And what's your initiative add-on?
Oh yeah, that's important. 23.
Awesome.
8.
4.
Okay, let's start with Westra.
4 total.
Okay, and Krontold
8.
and Incestuous.
A whopping 2.
Wait, Wester thought she was going last.
So we got a good one.
I'm gonna give Patchy, which is the name of the Lucky Unicorn's terrifying old mascot. Patchy is gonna get 1 round to attack because you guys had no idea that he was going to. Cestubus, he jumps forward and tries to attack you. He hits for 23. Does that hit your AC?
Yeah.
Okay. And he does 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh,
But how much health do you have?
12 is a lot of points.
That is a
That's
lot
many.
of points.
it's many points.
I
Down. How many hit points do you have?
I have 9.
9 total? So you're at -3 then? Yeah.
Oof.
Jesus.
And with that, the animatronic device kind of shifts back up, and then it extends its owlbear wing claws, reaching to either side of this room. I mean, it's massive. It's a huge animatronic beast, and if you're gonna try and run around it at all, it is going to. It's not necessarily going to attack you, but you have to get over it. So it's a big guy, and Cestubus falls to the ground after he gets pushed back into the spike wall by this owlbear animatronic robot.
I'd like to think I went down like those videos of like drunk guys getting knocked out outside of a bar.
Just ragdoll.
Don't go boneless on us.
So that brings us to Enrique. It's your turn.
Oh, Jesus. Do I want to attack? Or do I want to try to flee? Because that's a lot of hit points to take. in one go. Sure. Let's try to fire off a crossbow bolt at Patchy.
I'm Patchy. Welcome to the Lucky Unicorn.
Okay, so I'm gonna fire off a crossbow bolt at Patchy. Okay, so I rolled a 4. I'm assuming that's not gonna hit.
That does not hit.
It was close though.
Yeah.
No, it was not close.
I can still move, right? I can still try and
Yes.
get to the door.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try running to at whatever the nearest door is. So that would be the. Well, I'll go around the left and try and go through the leftmost wooden door.
Okay, so you want to go. So again, just to reiterate, there's 5 doors total in this room. One of them is to the left. It's an open archway on the left side wall. Then there's the same thing on the right wall, and then on the other side of the room are 3 doors. 2 of them are wood. One of them is padlocked iron. Not padlocked, just iron doors. Or iron door. So does that help?
Yeah. I'll dart through the closest archway. I'll go through the one on the left, and I assume I'm gonna have to do some sort of acrobatics to try and jump over his bugbear arm.
If you're gonna go through the door, he's going to get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
So he'll get an attack on you if you go through the door.
Okay. I will run to the door, not go through it.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
All right. That brings us to Krontold. It's your turn.
I am going to run up to Patchy and two-handed swing my quarterstaff at him.
Awesome. Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
That's a natty 20.
Oh, yeah.
So to reiterate, how we're gonna do nat 20s critical rolls are you automatically do the full amount of damage that you would do from your roll. So how much damage do you do on your roll?
It's 1d8 plus 4.
Okay, so you're automatically gonna do 12 points of damage. Now you get to roll and add it to that.
That's 6 added to that, so 18.
18 points of damage. Well done, sir.
Get his ass.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Patchy.
I'm gonna bonus action unarmed strike him.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
are.
dang. He's not done.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
That is a 17 plus 6.
17 plus 6, that hits.
And that is 3 plus 4, 7.
7 points of damage. All right, so you did a total of 25 points of damage.
Woo!
Monks, man.
Mm-hmm.
You straight up, you run up, your little goblin body kind of moving quickly through the room, and you pull out your bow staff at the last second, and you whack it on the side of the head. And as you do so, you hear it go, "Welcome to," and then it starts to kind of spark a little bit, and then you follow it up as you're continuing to fall with an elbow right to where its heart should be, but it doesn't have a heart because it's a robot and it doesn't feel any pain. And you just feel your elbow scrape through, and it starts to slump down now because of that cut in its body. So it's now hanging over itself, sizzling a little bit. It's not doing too well. That brings us to Westra.
I
Are
think
its
we can
arms
get it
still
with
out?
one more.
Its arms are still out. If anything, it's now kind of almost holding itself up
Okay.
with the ground that its arms were out above.
Okay. It's a beautiful word picture.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I am going to cast Healing Word. Westra starts to mutter druidic words and extends a hand towards Cestubus and casts Healing Word. I was trying to think of the correct pronunciation among the several I've heard. And that's 1d4 plus 3. So 4 total for you.
You get 4 points back, which brings you back to 1 health point, which means you're back up.
And that was my bonus action. So for my...
So Sesubus goes down, and then he kind of like whenever you in movies when you put an adrenaline shot into somebody and they're just like,
I literally watched Pulp Fiction yesterday. That's hilarious.
Nice.
okay.
And so we're kind of all just right up on Patchy. Like we're all kind of just right in front of him.
For the most part, Enrique is over to the left. She's at the doorway, kind of looking around, trying to figure out. Obviously, you just brought Sesubus back up from being down, and you watched as Grontold had just laid, some hardcore, like, John Cena style paint on this thing.
All right, so Westra will then produce a small flame in her hand and hurl it at Patchy. And 8.
8 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll again for me.
Oh. So that's 18 plus 5.
Okay, you definitely hit. So the reason why is this is a robot bird filled with moldy, dried up furs and feathers and chemicals, and you're throwing fire at it. So even if you didn't hit it, the fire's still going to be close enough that it's going to cause some damage. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. And that'll be 5.
5 points of damage. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you watch as the top of it, the back of its head, as it kind of comes down, and the top of the back of its head, you singe right off the top, and now you can see kind of the bone structure, this metal structure, as you burn away some of that feather and top part of its body. That brings us to Sesubus.
Hey, thanks, Westra. You got a lucky shot. How far is he still within arm's reach?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of right next to Westra there, and he's about, if you really wanted to touch him, you just have to kind of reach out and do so.
Okay.
Now, just so you're aware, you did go down, so you are prone at the moment. If you want to get up, it's going to cost you half of your movement.
Okay. All right. Well, I would stand up, take a couple steps, and shocking.
Oh, you're going to use some shocking grasp. All right. Oh, it's terrifying.
Shocking.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
That was an 11.
That hits.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
All right. And that will be 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. All right. So Krontold, you, as you're coming back down, you've landed on your feet, and you've got your bow staff ready to go. But there's the arm that Enrique is standing next to, and then there's the other arm that you weren't paying attention to, and it comes over and swings real hard to swipe at you as a retaliation. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Ooh.
I am at -1.
Oh no! All right. So Krontold is now down.
Grontold!
No, not Krontold. That brings us to Enrique's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna be a coward and probably dip myself the rest of the way through that archway there.
Okay, so just so you're aware, the way that the mechanics work, and if you know this, tell me to shut up, it's fine. But if you leave someone's range of attack, then they get an attack of opportunity, which you will be doing. If you use your action to disengage, you move 5 feet in any direction away from that person, and that makes it so that they don't get an opportunity attack. So but that does use up your action and 5 feet of your movement.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're gonna disengage and just push the rest of the way through.
Okay, so you jump 5 feet into the room.
I do like a cool shoulder roll when I land.
You shoulder roll the shit out of that.
Yeah.
As you come up, you notice the room that you're in, and before you is a grisly collection of a variety of skulls. Many of the skulls look disturbingly human, with a few that can only be thick. They can only be described as like ogre because they're so thick, and they're all nestled in shallow cubbies. The cubby corners, the cubbies cover every wall of the smallish side chamber that you've rolled into, and it's reminiscent of something like a library, though choked with polished skulls, rather than books. And I need you to make a perception roll for me.
Okie doke. Okay. So I rolled a 17.
Okay. So you see on the furthest door, it looks almost like it's been painted to match the wall behind it, full of skulls and the cubbies. But you see a lever, and it's in the upright position, and it's up against the far wall from where you stand, which is this room is round about 50 feet in length.
Oh, it's a big boy. Okay.
And on top of that, yep.
Yup. Deal with it. But I also want to be like, hey guys, I found the bone room.
So, you notice, Enrique, that as you stand up and you kind of figure out where the lever is in this room, you also notice that 6 of the skulls, 5 of them are probably human-sized, and 1 of them is thicker and larger, ogre-sized. Their eyeballs suddenly start to on, like light starts to beam and starts to crackle from within them, and you just see these sort of like, it should be a skull, but it kind of extends out like a bat wing, and then you just start to hear as the lights start to beam brighter and brighter, and you start to see shifting and moving in these cubbies. So nothing's gonna happen on this round yet, but that's starting to
Cool.
so Enrique, that was your turn.
Love that.
We're on to Krontold. You need to make a death saving throw for me, bud.
Oh boy. Ooh, there we go. 16.
Okay, great. You're alive for now. That brings us to Westra.
Okay. And Patchy's still up, but he's looking real rough.
He's looking pretty rough. He for a robot, he's bloody. As far as a robot could be.
Since I'm on this kick of using my spells, Westra's gonna do the same she did with Cestibus, but reach her hand out towards Krontold, another healing word, which is D4 again. 4 total. I'm not rolling the best on those.
All right, so you
But it's
you roll
something.
4 to get Krontold health points back. So Krontold, you're up to 3 health points,
Yes, sir.
and you are back up, my boy.
Woo.
And then same thing, produce another flame, chuck it at the monster.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Because that seemed to work well last time. That is 13 total.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, that one's a 7.
Okay. Right. Okay, so as you do, you hit this thing, and again, like before you didn't quite hit it, it just kind of seared it as your firebolt went past it. And it did a good amount of damage. This time you hit it. And it explodes on this thing. Like the chemicals are highly flammable. And you watch as basically have you ever seen like when people drop like they put alcohol in a jug and then drop a match, and it kind of the ring of fire goes up the whole jug. This happens across the body of the entire bugbear. Like that line of fire just reaches around and encompasses basically its entire body. It's now basically just the robot parts with bits of patches of like burns up. So if anything, it's more terrifying at this point than when you first started. But you
Like
can
the face is burnt half off.
it is not doing well at all. It is on its last leg. And that's going to bring us... Oh, did you have anything else you want to do, Westra?
Nope. I'm just gonna stay put.
Okay. And Cestus, it's your turn. Would you like to do anything?
So, there's 3 doors.
There's 5 doors.
Is
One is on
nobody
the
in,
left case.
is nobody intrigued by the bone room?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the bone
You
room.
just watched as Enrique went off to the left side of the room through that door, and now you're hearing weird things coming from there. There's another open archway to your right on the right wall, and then there's 3 doors on the other side of the room. 2 are wood, 1 is metal.
I guess I am going to limp my ass over to Enrique. 1 health, so I'd like to go through that door real slow.
Okay. So what's your speed? How much speed do you have?
I think I'm 30.
You have 30? Okay, so each of these squares is 5, so you're about 5, 10... you're 30 feet away from being able to get to the doorway. You couldn't actually go through, but you can definitely get over to where Enrique kind of rolled in real quick.
Can I take a peek in, or?
Yeah, so you're over there. Go ahead and just make a perception check for me.
That's a 6.
6?
I'm
All
on
right,
a roll.
you notice Enrique standing in the doorway.
That's
Very perceptive.
Yeah. So that's going to bring us back to Atchi, who is going to make an attack on Krontal because Krontal really pissed him off.
Oh boy.
What's your AC, Krontal?
15.
Okay. So again, he brings his other arm, the one that's he kind of whooshes right over Cestus and brings his other arm down to kind of like palm down on top of this little gremlin. But being a gremlin and a quick monk like you are, you kind of jitter your way out from underneath it, and you climb basically on top of its hand as it comes down onto the ground. And you're totally fine. No problems at all. And
Nice.
that brings us to, well,
The bone room.
let's see, who does that bring us to? Okay, that does bring us to Enrique.
Okay, I mean, I guess we could go for a vicious mockery.
Ooh, you're gonna make fun of these little boners. I get it.
Looks like somebody's made a huge boner. It's like the old-timey version that they used in the comic books. Okay, so give me a rundown of the boners in the room.
Yeah. So you've got 5 that are basically human skull sized, and then 1 that's the size of an ogre. It's a lot thicker and bigger.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's.
It's a big.
Are we
thick
not
boner.
doing
What
phrasing
do you want me to
anymore,
say?
Tyler?
It's a big thick boner, and it's spewing out a lot of weird looking stuff. What do you want me to say?
Girthy bones, I guess you could say.
All right, so I keep making boner jokes. They have to make. Let's see, wisdom saving throw of 14 or higher.
It does not.
Okay, and then 3.
Okay,
3 points.
So he takes three points of damage. So it hasn't even lifted off, and you can see its wings are like getting ready to lift off. But like this, you what do you shout out? What do you make fun of it? What's this?
It's the boner jokes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like someone's got a limp skull. I don't know. I'm not good. I'm not good on this spot, guys.
What's the matter? Someone suck out all your bone marrow?
Okay. So that happens. Whatever. Pick your joke. Insert boner joke here.
Yeah, that's
And
about
that's
where I'm at.
what Enrique says. You do 3 points, and it kind of, you see it's like its wings are a little dejected, like, oh, what's even the point? Yeah. I feel like you did this before during the battle with the general, didn't you? Or like when you guys were fighting with the general. My first instinct is always to make the victim of vicious mockery very depressed and nihilistic. Like, what's even the fucking point?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's now going to be one of the skulls turns, and I'm gonna say that they can fly at about 30 feet. So this guy comes at you, and he is now about 20 feet away from you as he flies out, and you can see he's chomping in the air. His little bat wings are holding the skull in the air, and then a second one also follows along and comes out, and then the ogre skull comes out, and despite being dejected, is also kind of coming straight toward you. Man, all of these, they're all just coming out. They're coming basically about 20 feet away from you. And now it comes to Krontel. It's your turn. And you're standing in front of Patch.
I am going to try and take out his knees with my quarterstaff.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
You're not going to believe what I just rolled.
Did you roll a 20?
I rolled another nat 20.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Do you want to roll? Because you don't have to. How would you like to take him out?
I mean, I was going to take out his knees, but now I kind of want to just smash his skull in.
Okay. Well, let's do both. So you swing your staff around and you take out his knees and you hook him hard. So he starts to fall, and he falls right in front of you. His head hits the ground in front of you, and you just take your elbows and your arms and you start plunging them into this robot. And it's slightly metallic, but it's got a lot of wood construction in there. You find every single weak piece of material, and you just obliterate this sad, broken down, forgotten relic from the Lucky Unicorn, Patchy, the owl bear. And as you do so, you can hear its death cries as it goes, and then it's dead.
Fuck you, Patchy.
So, do you want to do anything else on your turn, Krontel?
I'll go into the room with the bat skulls.
Okay, what's your movement?
Yeah.
30 feet.
See, I knew
Okay,
if anyone
so-
would be intrigued by the bone room, that it would be Krontel.
So you have your choice, Krontel. You can either be outside of the room with Sestubus, you can be right inside of the room with Enrique, or you can move in front of Enrique and be right in front of her. It's your choice. You have that much movement.
I'll go right beside her.
Okay, so you kind of slide in past Sestubus, and you make your way in front of him and next to Enrique, and you see a bunch of flying boners in front of you.
The fuck
Dream
did I
scenario.
just walk into?
I have to ask, how does that make Krontel feel seeing flying boners right in his face?
Uncomfortable.
Oh, he's uncomfortable with it. Okay.
I
It's
mean,
not
I feel like
awakening
it's
something
somewhat
inside of him?
familiar, though, because he is about crotch height.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to bring us to that skull's turn. He's going to come out, meet you guys. And now, Westra, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to join the group.
What's your movement?
Huh?
What's your movement? How much?
30 feet.
So, again, you can stand either next to Cestubus, or you can kind of sneak in and stand next to Enrique or Pronto. Your choice.
I'll sneak in and stand next to Enrique.
All right, so you want to. So right now, you're standing on Enrique's right side, and Krontold is on Enrique's left side. As you guys are all standing, and you have effectively created a wall, and Cestubus has zero idea what's going on inside of this room. And that brings us to Cestubus. It's your turn.
Oh,
bud.
wait.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So I can see these guys are clearly hostile, right?
I mean,
They're clearly like
and some flying boner
creepy
skulls.
floating skulls.
They got some magic in their
Oh,
eyes.
a Legend of Zelda.
Magic in your eyes.
Okay. Wester's gonna pull a bit of a thorny stem out of a pouch and kind of hold it in her hand and mutter something in Druidic and fling her hand out and cast Thorn Whip at the
hell
closest skull.
So they are all about 20 feet away from you. So it's your choice. There's 5 human skulls and 1 ogre skull.
Since we're picking on the ogre, let's go for him. Right? We're already
Okay.
picking on him.
Yeah.
Did I hear Enrique's boner joke at the...
Yeah.
I heard it through the doorway.
And I say,
So-
it's all ogre now, darling.
Oh, well done. Well done.
There it is.
Point
There
of
it is.
inspiration of Brit.
Yes. So Thorn Whip. That's a 15 plus 5. That's 20 to hit.
Okay, so that is an attack roll for you on it.
Yeah. Let me confirm. I
just
was
wanna make
reading
sure
it. Now
it
I've
doesn't
forgotten.
Make a saving throw or something.
Make a melee spell attack. If it hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing. And if the creature is large or smaller, I pull it up to 10 feet closer.
Okay, yeah. So you go ahead and hit it. Do you roll damage?
D6, yes.
So now the ogre skull is 10 feet closer to you. Okay. You know what's great is I pulled like all the muscles in my right leg the other day.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
Just all of the muscles.
just all the
every
muscles.
single one.
Just every single one.
I fell and I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right.
Not gonna lie, the toe's the worst.
My big toe hurts. It is going to be Cestubus's turn now.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this off with, can I see this big guy above Intrigue's head?
It's not a big guy. These represent what's the location, but it's essentially the size of that skull, right? Just the skull right there.
Oh, fine.
Flying around. Yeah.
Okay, so can I see that? Or
Well, you made a perception check earlier, but they weren't actually out flying around. So go ahead and make another one, just to see if you can see around everybody.
with a D20.
Yeah, with a D20, not a 12, please.
Jesus. Okay, another 5. Same as last time.
You can't see shit. Now you got 3 people in your way.
All right, what's going on in there?
You can move past them if you want.
I have 1 health. I'm good.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna do anything there?
Yeah. So do we have time for like a little dialogue, or maybe at least like one person scream a reply at my question? Because I can't.
Enrique at one point did say, "Hey y'all, I found some skulls." That sounded like Taco. That didn't sound like
I was about to say that just sounded like Taco.
it's
I
me,
found the bone
Taco.
room.
Yeah, I think she said the bone room.
Yeah.
The bone room. So you know that there's bones in there.
Yeah, that doesn't freak me out.
And you just watched as Westra attacked something. You're not sure what it was though. You can just do
So I know
nothing.
they're
You
fighting.
have 1 health.
So
point.
I know they're fighting something.
Something's in there.
Okay, then I yell, Indrik, duck.
All right. I'll just say unless you don't want to duck, You don't have to use anything. You can just duck.
Yeah, I'll duck. Why not?
She ducks down, and you see 5 floating human skulls and 1 ogre floating flying skull as they're. I'm trying to think of like what sound they'd make in a video game as they go out.
That feels accurate. That feels really close to like the Legend of Zelda
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Ocarina of Time.
And you can hear the one somewhere in the level, but you can never find it, and so it's keeping you from opening the door. Where the fuck are you?
So, so as Indrik ducks, I take one of my hand axes and I throw it at the guy.
Hell yeah, bruh! So this guy right here. Okay, so you're hitting the big one, the ogre skull. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, there you are, fucker. What is that?
9 to hit. That's definitely not gonna hit. So, in this epic moment, Seshimus is like, duck, Enrique! And Enrique ducks down and he pulls out his awesome little hand axe, and he just chucks it as hard as he can and just flies into the back of the room and just clink, 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 clink.
And Indrik just slowly stands back up.
Not even turning around, not even looking at it.
I can't bear to look at you in the eyes right now.
You're done. Whatever you had planned, you're done. Did you want to do anything else?
All right. I turn around and be like, I'll just cart the back.
So Seshimus just turns around and starts looking at the smoldering remains of Patchy. All right, that's gonna bring us to Enrique. It is now your turn.
Let's just go with that trusty old crossbow.
All right, gonna crossbow it up.
Yeah, boy. 17.
17 hits.
Oh, that's a 2.
2 damage. Mm-hmm. All right.
At the ogre, of course.
Yeah, I kind of assumed at this point.
Is he?
Are you
Is he still feeling pretty bad about himself? I just want to make sure.
The ogre? He was, but then when he swiftly dodged that hand axe that came right towards him, he started to gain some confidence back.
He was like, you know what? Maybe I'm all right after all.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Enrique?
No. I whiffed it pretty bad.
Yeah, same girlfriend.
All right. So the first skull comes up and is going to make an attack on Krontold, and he's gonna miss. Were you getting scared there, bud?
A little bit.
I was.
Yeah.
Knock the
3
light.
points of health.
You're making our druid nervous. Stop getting hurt.
I used both my spells on you fuckers, so I'm out. I forgot about them at first, and now I've used them all.
Well, that means it's good that you didn't use them earlier, right?
True. It was
What's
meant to
your
be.
AC?
It's 13.
Okay, one of the human skulls comes flying towards you, but you're able to kind of deflect it a little bit, like it's an annoying little bat or something.
Yeah.
The ogre is gonna come towards Westra because you were pulling it towards you anyway, so he's just gonna go with it, and he's gonna make an attack. Westra, what's your AC?
13.
13. All right, he comes down real fast on you, but you still got some of the thorny stuff, the thorny whip left from when you grabbed him, and you kind of just pulled him out of the way at the last second, and he just kind of spins around and misses you.
Nice.
And one of the human ones comes at you, Westra, and is going to hit you for 4 points of damage.
All right.
And then this guy,
This fucking guy.
this fucking guy over here is gonna go for Enrique, and he is gonna hit you and gonna do 3 points of damage to you.
Okay.
All right. So that brings us to Krontold's turn.
You said it was a human one that came towards me?
Yeah, so you've got a human one in front of you, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 other human ones in the room, and then an ogre one. So 5 human, 1 ogre, One of the humans is in front of you.
Okay. Hey, did you guys ever play stickball in the city? And I'm gonna swing my staff at him like a baseball bat.
Nice.
These are really fucking good dice.
Did you get a crit again?
I got 3 nat 20s in a fucking row.
Move your camera down. No, I'm joking. I believe it.
Fucking nat 20 down there.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Look at
Fuck
that.
me. Okay.
All right, go ahead. So you do 12 points of damage. God damn it. You do 12 points of damage. And go ahead and roll on top of that.
Another 1 point on top of that.
I need you to roll damage.
Okay. That's 5.
Okay, so you do a total of 17 points of damage, and it is dead. You legit, straight up, that was the best thing you could have said. You Babe Ruth that shit all the way to the other side of the room, and it hits, and as it hits, you go ahead and make a perception check, Westra and Krontold.
Yes.
Perception. That is 14.
14. Okay, okay, and Westra?
That is 15.
Perfect. You guys both watch as this skull flies across the room and hits the lever, and you suddenly see what you hadn't seen there before because it was kind of camouflaged and painted to blend in at the background. You see the lever on the other side of the room, and again, you notice that these skulls that came out, they came out from behind the lever as if they were protecting it. So I just want to point that out. Krontold, is that going to be the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna try and unarmed strike another one that's near us.
Okay. So the only one, well, you have movement, so you can go wherever you want. But there's one in front of Westra. In front of Enrique that you could probably just turn and hit.
Alright, I'll do that one then.
All right.
The nat 20 streak is over, but that's still 21.
Okay.
Damn.
Turn to 21.
No, sorry. 23.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I
7.
rolled a 9 once.
Good times.
What'd you get there, JT?
7.
Okay, 7 points of damage. Definitely looks a little. You crack the skull a little bit, and it kind of a part of its jaw is now hanging down a little bit looser than it was before. And is that going to be your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. So now this skull moves in real quick and makes an attack on you, Krontold, but definitely misses. And that's going to bring us to Westra.
Okay, and there's the skull that Krontold just hit is looking not great.
Yeah, that one is right in front of Enrique, and then the ogre is in front of you, and then you also have another one off to your right.
Oh, Ogre's still up. Okay. Yeah, we gotta take care of Ogre. So let's I'll change it up a little bit. I wanna just jab him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
I'm just a little annoyed at this point. Let's see, that's
I said I was sorry.
7.
7 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, unfortunately that is not going to hit. Did you want to do anything else on your turn?
Are any of them am I in, well, I would be in range of the one I just tried to hit, right? Because he's right up on me. Okay.
Yeah, you've got 2 that are right up on you. One in front of you, the ogre one, and one to your right.
Okay. I will just stay where I'm at then. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, great. So that moves us over to Sestribus. It's your turn. You are currently staring at the dead thing that everybody else killed.
Hey, if anybody gets a chance, ask them if they've seen my little axe. Hand axe? Anyone seen it?
Anyone seen it? I threw it a few seconds ago. I don't know where it is.
Oh, fuck it. There's nothing back here. I turn around and...
You turn back around. Before you couldn't really see much. Now you see all of these skulls on top of your friends.
Holy shit! I'll put a little bolt in the The good old crossbow.
All right, you're gonna shoot your crossbow.
Then I zone off for a second because I'm just hammered at this point. I look back up and I'm like, oh yeah, and I shoot at the one.
So this is the ogre. It's taking a little bit of damage. This one, Cornhole did damage to the others.
Cornhole.
He did his good old cornhole.
Max damage right there. I want to shoot it at the ogre.
Okay, go ahead.
These dice suck. 9 to hit.
9 to hit. That does not hit, unfortunately. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I hand you these dice back.
Do you want another set?
Yeah.
Do you want red or Technicolor or black? Black speckled. Gotcha.
Not to take your job, I guess, but as I see the bolt blatantly miss the ogre, I just sit down and pull my flask out.
Do you have any of your spells, quote unquote spells?
Yeah, I have one left.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
I thought about using it, but
What about cantrips? Do you have cantrips?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot.
Yep. I figured you did. That's why I brought it up.
Because I was looking at it, I was like,
So instead of shooting your crossbow, you decided at the last second to use a cantrip, right? Not a crossbow?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you do. Good job.
So, similar to when I was reading the artifacts on the wall, where I poured, one of my flasks out into my hand, slapped the wall.
Yeah.
I'm so drunk at this point that I'm not as graceful as I would be. So, I
As you
pour
would
one
be
of-
when, aren't you always drunk?
No, I'm only drunk after noon. So.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Sesame is like prime time. Sesame.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
So I pour one of my flasks onto my hand, and I go to touch the back of Krontold's head, but I end up just slapping the shit out of him. Or here you go, buddy.
Fuck, man.
So that is a guidance. Roll a d4 to add to any attribute that you want.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's gonna bring us back to Enrique. It is now your turn.
Okay. How rough isn't Sestubus, or you're in pretty rough shape, yes?
He has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
1 hit point. Okay. And
human shield.
and how close am I to Sestubus right now?
He's
right behind me, right?
Like creepily right behind you at this point.
Okay, so I can feel his breath on my shoulder, and I just reach back and perform Cure Wounds.
Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, so we have rolled a 10.
Wow, you got 10 points back.
I'm at
Yeah.
max health now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're feeling good,
I'm gonna say.
like you should.
I thought I was hammered, but I was just dying.
Yeah, you kind of sober him up a little bit with that Cure Wounds.
Oh shit.
Westra, not that it pertains to this exact moment, but I'm just wondering, as a druid, do you have a spell that cures poison effect or anything like that?
Oh, I'm sure I do. I'm not prepared.
No, yeah. Again, not for this moment. Just for future use if 2 of your teammates are both alcoholics.
Are drunk as fuck. Yeah. That's a great it's a great little insight.
Yeah.
Krontold
Okay.
has a great tolerance. He
Maybe
makes
next
it
time we
himself.
sit around the campfire, I'll just try to remember that spell.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Enrique, you healed Sestubus. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm gonna go ahead and toss some inspiration to someone.
With a wink of her eye.
Yeah, I just like wink knowingly at Westra.
Yeah.
And it goes
Westra blushes a little bit. Not gonna lie.
yeah. The boner room gets us all a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, did I not have you guys roll a Constitution saving throw? You should have all done that real quick.
Can you withstand all of these boners? Yeah, so Westra gets her point of inspiration, and I am big chillin'.
Yeah, also, Britt, you know I wasn't joking earlier when I said you got a point of inspiration, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's not a joke. I don't say that lightly. You made a hilarious joke when you cast Vicious Mockery.
Think this is a fucking joke?
I get points for my good goofs? Okay.
Yeah. I
love this system.
Table.
I wish this was how my life worked. It's just like have all these little extra points hovering over my head. Like, I did good today.
Yeah.
I've had another DM do that before. It's good shit.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so it is a full-on barrage of skulls and boners at this point. So let's start with. Oh well, he's dead. Okay. Let's move on to him. The one that Cruntled got a good crack on. He's gonna crit on Enrique, which is no bueno for y'all. He's gonna do 4 massive points of damage to Enrique. And then the ogre skull is going to attack Westra. Westra, what's your AC again?
13.
Okay. He hits you pretty hard, and you're gonna take 6 points of damage.
I'm down.
Uh-oh.
I had 5 left. So are we doing negatives? Am I at -1?
You're at -1.
Okay.
Okay. And so that was ogre. Enrique, you take another 2 points of damage from another skull. And oh wow. Westra, the last skull comes down to bite at you, but it got a 1 on both. Even with advantage. So it missed
even
you.
with me just laying there?
Yeah, it's still terrified of you. That's gonna bring us to Cruntled. It's your turn.
I will go up and aid then.
Okay. You're gonna aid Westra?
Yes.
Okay. So you aid her. Westra, you are now back up. Cruntled, that's the end of your turn unless you got anything else.
No, that's it. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Just to get out of the way of the skulls, but
so to get over to Westra, I'm gonna assume you don't go towards the skulls. You went around behind Enrique, and you kind of helped her up. So now you're standing behind Enrique next to Cestubus.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. This last skull comes in, and you've opened it up. He's going to come towards Cestubus and make an attack, and he misses. It almost landed. It almost landed on a 20, and then it went to 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And that's why I believe in God.
I think
Fair.
I do too.
Yep.
Oh, wait, you're back up to max HP now, aren't you? Because
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hit you with Cure Wounds. Okay.
Yeah, but he's a little weak boy, so it
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
really matter.
A little marshmallow man.
Westra, it is
Max
your
HP
turn.
isn't a brag. Okay.
It's because I'm a dwarf.
Oh, and I'm up again. Here, I've got 1 hit point.
Yes.
Okay. Do that.
As do I.
Wait, so Enrique has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Westra has 1 hit point. Crontold, you have like 3 hit points, correct?
Yeah, I'm at exactly 3.
We're all real fucked.
I mean, at this point, Cestubus is the one doing the best over there. He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just doing me.
Oh, because Enrique, nut tapped him.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Is
That's not what I was thinking, but okay.
Now both sides
it's
have
down
bonus.
below instead. Okay.
You can edit that out.
Yeah, no, that's staying in, bro.
So a little tickle.
Hey, let's see the chemistry.
All right, Wester, what you doing?
Okay. Ogre Skull is still up and flying, or is he done?
He has not been hit very much, almost at all.
Really?
He's only
Okay.
been hit twice, and they weren't super powerful.
Okay, does anyone look weaker than the rest?
There's the human skull that Krontold got a good hit on, and his jaws kind of unhinged a little bit. And as far as if he had a certain amount of life compared to the ogre's certain amount of life, his life would be less. So therefore, percentage-wise, he's more damaged compared to compared to the ogre.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna bitch slap Slackjaw with produce flame.
Okay,
13 to hit.
that hits.
Hell yeah. And that is 6 damage.
All right.
I'm rolling my dice way over here now because rolling left-handed on this side on my desk wasn't working for me, so I gotta reach way over.
All right, so he's not looking super hot. If there was a quantity of life, he would be at about 1/4 at where he was when he started this expedition into attacking you guys. That brings us to Sestubus.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, now that I'm at full health,
So there's one human skull that attacked you. There's a human skull that we have nicknamed Slackjaw, which is the most amazing name ever. And there's the ogre, and then 2 more human skulls that have not been hit.
so who's the guy that just missed me? Is that Slackjaw?
No, that's the last one that came into the fight.
Right. Okay.
I need everyone to make an intelligence check for me real quick.
Actually,
If you have Arcana, you can add that to it.
add it to wisdom or doing this.
Intelligence, and if you have proficiency in Arcana, you can do Arcana.
Got 15.
19.
Okay,
18.
It's a
nice.
smart drunk.
15.
Hey.
Dude, you guys all rolled really well. So here's the thing. These things are protecting the lever. You noticed earlier when Kruntold hit it, that they had come from behind it. They're making sure you guys don't touch that lever. So, it is fair to say that if you do, they might follow you, so you might be able to distract them. 2, if you achieve whatever goal there is in this room, whatever trap was built to stop you will most likely end.
Just
Okay.
sipping the tea.
So I can attack then dash, right?
You can definitely run. Okay, yes. You can hit and then use your movement to run. You can use your action instead of attacking, and you can run twice as far. This room is about 50 feet long. What's your movement? 30. So you'll at best get close to the lever, but not quite close enough.
Okay.
The other
so-
thing is, though, if you run past anyone at this point, once you leave their range, they do get an opportunity attack.
Right.
So at the very least, you'd probably be attacked by one of them. It's not a guaranteed hit.
Right. So, but I could use maybe a bonus action to start it, and then I could still dash the 60.
To start what?
Start my turn.
Yes, absolutely. You can.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that it doesn't require an action or a bonus action to pull on the lever.
Okay.
That's a free
Okay.
action. Essentially.
Thanks, Enrique. And I come up and I swing my great club.
So for the first time ever, you guys see Seshibus pull this great club out.
Is it the first time? Didn't he already pull it out of his pants one time?
Oh, I think that was in the 0 episode where I was hiding it in my pant leg. and I had to-
Shimmied it
Yeah,
out of his pant leg.
Yeah.
I had to roll, and then just like shaking it out.
Okay, I forgot about that. All right.
I remember.
Episode 0 was phenomenal.
Yeah, apparently.
So good.
I let you guys get away with a lot. Holy shit. All right, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Oh god, 10 to hit.
10 to hit. Which one are you hitting? The one in front of you?
Yeah.
That's not gonna hit.
I knew I should have. D&D.
The D&D. All right.
D&D Beyond.
There we go. What would you
Sorry,
like
that's
to do?
probably like copyright or something.
Probably. They're gonna come after us.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd like to. Oh, fuck it. And then I want to take off with it. I don't even care.
Okay. Yes. So you move through 5, 10, 15. Real quick, he's gonna make his attack. Definitely does not hit you. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And the lever's sitting like right there. Okay. So that is your turn, Cestubus. That's going to bring us back to the top of the round to Enrique.
I am going to run toward the lever, and I'm going to, as I get close to it, I'm going to Mage Hand, which has a range of 30 feet. So I can just...
Oh, damn.
So
I actually
Is that-
say boop as it connects.
boop. Okay. So you're going to break through. So 5, 10, 15. So that's going to be an attack on you from this gentleman here.
Well, I'm down now. They hit.
He does not hit you. No. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You said you have 30?
Uh-huh.
30 feet. So now you are about 15 feet away from it.
Okay.
And you want to use Mage Hand to pull it down?
To boop. Yeah.
Okay. I need you to go ahead. So go ahead and make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay.
Sorry, not a saving throw. A check. Not a saving. You're not in danger.
That is a dirty 20.
Nice. So you go to move it to the right. Naturally on your side, like you try to grab it and pull it towards you because it's up in the middle, right? Just like
Okay.
a boner should be, just standing straight up.
Turgid, the little soldier.
Straight up.
You grab the shaft and you pull hard, and it doesn't budge. So you push the opposite direction to the left. So you're
Jesus.
You broke the
you
boner.
broke the boner right
Just
in
yanking
half.
that shit around.
Yeah, this has just become a dildo room. You guys have ruined the aesthetic.
I see this and I'm like, oh god.
I'm so glad we don't have like fan art yet, because if we did, at this point, it would be bad. It would be so bad.
I'm
And-
gonna draw fan art for our release. I'm gonna submit it with a bunch of just trash Twitter accounts or whatever.
Just make at
God.
least 4 burner accounts.
Oh man! If you guys draw your group in the dick room, that will be the thumbnail for our podcast. I'll
As
make
the
it.
head of social media, I'd like to say, if you
The
do
head?
this, I don't even want to know if it's you. Just like let me think it's a fan. You're like, this is fucking
Gotta
crazy.
use the NSFW
Yeah.
hashtag.
Yeah, 18 plus on TikTok. Plus, so you thrust the shaft forward to. The lever moves only about 1/3 of the way before you feel it click in place. And so you feel as though you might be able to push it again, but it'll require another action on your part on your next turn.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you want to do with your turn, Enrique?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I can't attack, can I? I ran. I did my
you ran.
Mage Hand.
Yep.
Yep, and you use your kind of your free action to do something. So that's gonna bring it to Slackjaw's turn. Slackjaw's gonna follow. Actually, he's gonna go forward and go for Krontold. And that's gonna be a 15 to hit, Krontold.
That ties.
Okay, so he does hit you, and you're gonna take 4 points of damage.
Bye, guys.
Are you down?
I'm back to -1.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All right, so Krontold is down. And then it's the Ogre Skull's turn. He's going for Westra, and that's gonna be 19 to hit.
That hits.
What's your HP at?
1.
Okay, so you do go down. Let's see by
Okay.
how much. Make sure you're not like dead. 3 points of damage to you, so you're at -2.
Cool. So I'm at negative. Okay.
Okay. Tyler, if we don't level up so hard after this, I'm just gonna I'm gonna drive to Canby and poop on your doorstep.
He's gonna show up at the studio. What the fuck is this poop here for?
It'll have a toothpick with a note sticking out the top.
Give us our
You
level.
know.
It just says, "How much XP is this worth, bitch?" Okay, so Krontold, I need you to make a death saving throw for me.
Oh no, that's a 6.
That's a failure, bud. You're not feeling too hot. Westra, I need you to roll a
Nope.
death saving throw for me.
Yep.
Used up all my natty 20s.
Oh, you just squeaked that one in. Squeaking one in the boner room. All right.
What have I done?
This is my new thing. I never do this, but I do this all the time. The shuck.
I did that. I did that to someone in real life the other day. I don't know what, it was just someone I was working with. I can't remember what it was. But I just I pulled that out they asked if I was good, and I was like, yo, aloha sign. And he gave it back, and we walked away. We were both feeling pretty good about that encounter. But I'm like, who was that? That's not me.
Who am I?
You hung out with me
recognize
for
this
way
person.
too long. That's what that was.
I'm from Oregon.
You know what? I got up to grab a beer, and the last time we were talking, I think I heard some boners or something. Something in the boner room. I get back, and the first thing I hear is Tyler's like, dude, yeah, that happened to me at work. And I'm like, oh God, do tell.
Yeah, I was working with Gage here.
I
Yeah,
mean,
got boned every day at
technically-
Monitor, boy.
We're throwing it back to the Point Monitor days for you.
Oh, yeah, that too.
It's $600
Oh,
insurance.
I
Yeah,
was
you're
talking
getting
about
fucked the
over
other day.
next to Steam.
Sestubis, it is your turn. You are about 15 feet away from the lever.
So I'd like to look at, or turn to Enrique real quick and say, cover me. And then, and then I move towards the lever.
Okay. You are now in front of the lever. You can see a sort of spectral-like hand wrapped around it, and it has pushed it into the first position towards the left.
Okay. So,
I thought that was it. You're just okay. End of turn.
yeah.
Gage is still working on radio talk.
Yeah. No, I know. I turn around and look at Enrique and I'm like, I
Cool.
got nothing.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Just playing. All right, so, yeah, I'd like to rotate.
The rotation? You want to keep pulling it down to the left?
No, I'd like to. If there's anything fancy like a secret handshake, anything left.
Roll investigation.
You have to do a secret, a super dope secret handshake with the mage hand.
you just walk over, you're all like pounding it and up and down, little turkey going on.
The lever just disintegrates and the door pops open.
7.
7 investigation. You see a lever that is in the first position in going down to the left.
All right, fuck it. And I just pull on.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength throw for it. Athletics.
All right, and that's a 22.
Okay, so it clicks into the second position. It's like halfway now between being straight up and down on the ground. You've got it right there. Probably one more good push down, and it will be on the ground.
Okay, so I'd like to just turn around and put up my crossbow in anticipation, assuming the Henry is running.
Okay, so
Thank you.
You're gonna turn around and prep your crossbow. Cool. That brings us back to Enrique, top of the round.
All right, I'm gonna keep mage handing that shit.
All right, strength check for me.
Why was his athletics though?
Oh, sorry, athletics.
And mine's strength. Okay, because my athletics is like 2 points higher.
Yeah, athletics. That's totally on me. I'm sorry.
19.
That goes. It pushes it all the way down to the ground, and you hear this, and nothing happens with the skulls. But you do, just as like as you push it down, you kind of feel where every time you push it down, you could feel like if you pulled it back, it doesn't budge at all. When you get it down to the ground, it does give some way back towards the right side of the lever, but just a little bit. You haven't actually pulled it back to the right yet.
Okay.
If you want, that was a free action, so you still have an action and a bonus action.
Okay. Well, I guess we still have to address the skulls, yes. So let's,
remember, I think he was foreshadowing a little bit when he said it was kind of loose to the right. We do still have the possibility of getting rid of all these things, and don't use an action to pull the lever.
Or you can you use your free action. You still have an action and a bonus action.
We could just pull it back. So you're saying like it can be pulled back to the right. Okay, let's pull it back to the right.
All right, athletics check for me.
17.
Okay, so your oh, she's using her hand. Yeah. With your magical hand, you pull it all the way over to the right, hearing the click, 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 click. And with that, all the skulls just drop down and shatter like porcelain vases. Their magical light kind of disintegrating up into the room around them.
Yeah, get wrecked, idiots.
Yeah, your boner sucks anyways.
And with
we got wrecked. We're the idiots.
Yeah. Wester agrees as she lays unconscious.
You're just like thumbs up from the ground.
With that, you guys notice in the ogre skull as it shatters, a ornate electrum inlaid key, decorated with a wave motif, starts clink, 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 clink onto the ground.
Oh yeah.
I'll reiterate that. Ornate electrum inlaid key with a wave motif.
That's the boss key, bitches.
Bum, 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 bum.
Cool. Who wants to take a nap?
Well, you still have...
I'm already taking a nap.
Yeah, you still have two friends down on the ground. Do you want to go help them, maybe? You just go lay down next to them.
I help my friends up, and we're all gonna take a nice long nap.
Players of the Guild would like to thank you for listening to our show. The show was produced by Britt Winchester and Tyler Clausen, edited by Cameron Clausen. You can find us by going to our website, playersguildpod.com, or one of our social medias, Twitter @PlayersGuildPod, Instagram @PlayersGuildPod, TikTok, Players Guild Pod, or Patreon at patreon.com/Players Guild Pod. Whenever we get patrons, we'll be saying their names right here. Instead, Tyler wanted me to read a list of all those that gave their lives so bravely at the fall of the Death Star, which I will not be doing. Republic forever! Some of the content used to build this campaign are adventures and modules from around the internet, most notably the rolled and told collections of mini adventures. Check them out online or at your friendly local gaming store. Our music is produced by Cameron Clausen, and the background ambiance was provided by Sword Coast Soundscapes, which you can find on YouTube.